Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us today. And thank you for those of us you who are watching the recording after the fact. We appreciate all of you. This is the very first premiere technology leaders briefing. We're planning on doing these quarterly after the priority briefing. And the genesis of this was people would say, "Oh, do we have a product that does this or does that?" And it'd been something we highlighted during a priority briefing, but because we're trying to pack so much information into those, we never get to do a deep enough dive into those really new and awesome products. So we're going to do that today. So everything we highlight today is either going to be something that has had a major feature added if it's an older product, or it's going to be something new that we've launched within the last year. And there's nobody better to do a deeper dive into these products than our awesome, awesome Miami trainers. So I'm going to turn it over to them, and we're going to have a conversation as we go through and do really not a full training session, but definitely a deeper dive into the products themselves, the what's in it for you, and where to find more information. We're going to take questions at the end, but you're welcome to post them in the chat, and whoever's not speaking will also do their best to answer those as well. Let me introduce Connie Nieto, Christy Dennis, and Tyson Haynes, our three outstanding trainers. You can catch them teaching classes both online, in your offices, at your broker meetings, or, of course, in any of our locations.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that great intro. We wanted to talk to you about some great things that are coming. And I don't know if you wanted to do this one or not, Liz, but we were very excited yesterday to hear this announcement. So you let them
Yep.
know, Liz.
So you may have noticed, or maybe you saw the email or one of the social posts. This is something everybody's wanted for a long time. Can I pin the products and services that I use the most to the top of my dashboard? And as of Tuesday, the answer is now yes, you can. It's super easy. All you have to do is click on the star in the upper hand corner and it will push your favorites to the top. Now, I will tell you, as of this moment right now, there is no limit on the number of favorites. I think that we're probably going to tighten that up at some point. So just, let's not go crazy. Don't push everything to the top. But hey, listen, if you use these three or four every day, go ahead and star away. If you have access to multiple dashboards, you can have a different set of favorites for everyone. So very excited to have this available for all of you. And let's move on to the next product.
Well, we're going to talk to you about all of these that are on screen, of course, but we wanted you to know that these were the ones that we were going to highlight for you, from Agent 3000 to Dash to Ground Up to Virtual Staging AI. And I'm lucky enough to get started with Agent 3000. Of course, this is not a new product, but there are some great things that we want to highlight and that we keep getting questions about. So number one is the connectivity. How quickly can I connect? I meet someone. I want to dialogue with them. I want to exchange information. Well, there's nothing like having a digital business card, and you have one for free from Agent 3000. It's simply 10 to 12 steps for you to set it up. It looks like an app on your phone. You can easily share it. And we know how important it is for you guys to have information readily available to simply share. So setting up your digital business card is a must, and we know how important it is. So we wanted to highlight and remind you that you have one for free with Agent 3000. The next item in is Agent 3000's Eve. And this is something that, of course, is not brand new, but we find ourselves more and more relying on artificial intelligence and making sure that we're more and more efficient. So when we talk Agent 3000 and creating remarks and making sure that they're the right word count, or that they fit the property description, or that they highlight items that we would like to, sometimes we're not all gifted at writing, and this can help you write a quick, concise listing remark or create content. I always like to ask and tell everyone, have you highlighted the area you're working in? Have you let people know why it's so exciting to be from Coconut Grove or Fort Lauderdale or from Pembroke Pines or Doral? And you can create content here using Eve's AI from Agent 3000. Now, is there anything else you guys want to highlight about this one?
I did. So the digital business card, we do love it, but we also wanted to mention that not only is it branded to you, but you can also add links to this business card. So when you're exchanging your information in a more modern way, they can click, they can access your social media, they can access your marketing plan, they can text you. And then aside from that, they also have the ability to search for listings. So it's not to replace, of course, a regular saved search or putting them on Matrix, but it gives them another reason why they should take your business card because they can access that buyer, that buyer guide, and then they can also search for property. So I love that.
What about following up when you meet with someone and they tell you, you were fantastic? When they have a business card, they can give you a review because you can put the links to your reviews. And I know that there's something on here that Tyson wants to highlight. So
Yeah, absolutely. One of my personal favorites when it comes to the listing description is especially because Spanish is definitely more of my second language. If I need a little bit of some help creating that listing description, that remarks within the MLS, I can not just create it in English, but also maybe put it in Spanish, Russian, Italian. There's many different languages that we have access to.
Many of our agents on the MLS have switched over to the Spanish version. So if we add in those Spanish remarks, they'll have access to those.
And so will consumers that are looking for it and maybe seeking the Spanish. So ideas here for Agent 3000 and the business card. And then we can't talk about Agent 3000 without talking about open house registration. Now, why is this so important? Well, safety, security, but also for you guys, the information that is so vital. How many times don't you spend an immense amount of time preparing for your open house and then don't have a great registry? Well, now you have a great registration process, which is swift and efficient. We'll immediately send them property information. We'll keep a list for you so that you can follow up with them, and we'll capture everything that you request for, like you see here on screen. So how about looking extremely professional, giving a great look and feel to the customer, and automatically sending them something with information on the property just by them clicking in and registering. But we also want to mention to you that you have a buyer registration pass. So what's this? Agent 3000 allows you to create a buyer registration pass. So if you're working with a buyer and they're going out to visit property or they're out there, you can provide this QR code that's on this area with the black, and they can show, hey, are you working with someone? Yes. Here is the information on my agent. So we want you to always look like the most incredible pro. So this is pro level engagement made for free and ready for you, our Miami members. Anything else you guys would like to add on this portion of Agent 3000?
I think all agents have been in an open house and they've printed out that registration page and they're trying to make out what everyone wrote down and then put it in their CRM. So this digital registration, not only is it a great talking point when you are having a listing presentation and telling this potential seller all of these benefits that you have for when you're going to be marketing the open house, but the follow-up is so much easier. And how professional is it that, like how Connie said, you automatically get that thank you for visiting the open house.
And if they're not being represented by someone, what that does is it creates that beautiful lead generation, but more importantly, it can set the expectation as far as when that buyer is looking. Is it recent? Is it something they're looking at maybe once the school time comes around? It's great information that we can lead capture asking these questions.
I also want to mention something that a lot of us, you may not use Agent 3000 as your CRM, but you have a way to easily export from this open house registration. It's one click to export, and then you can use it wherever it is that you need. So talk about being a great way to capture information and easily share it. And the most important to us is that you look like a pro, because you are.
Because you are.
Listing concessions is also something that's available in Agent 3000. It's a new item right on the top. So if you haven't clicked in and you want to look into it, you can. And what this allows you is to, declare and put information up on concessions. And if you want to add it to your website, they have an embedded code for the URL or a way for you to share it. So this makes it easy, transparent, and more. Anything else we'd like to add on this one?
I love that as an agent, they want to be able to get back to other realtors asking them about compensation or potential concessions on their listings. They can add those in. All of their listings are automatically added into Agent 3000. So they just need to click on those little pencils to be able to add that information in. They can load all of their listings on the same page. So if that potential buyer agent is asking me about one of my properties, I'm able to share with them all of my inventory all at once, and they can check out the other properties that I have available. So I really like that.
Not to mention provide that concession via a link directly to the agent, which is
Mhm.
amazing.
And again, all of this is FR. EE.
It's free.
It's
They can put
free.
it on their website. You can embed it into your website if
Yeah,
you want an
guys,
additional page.
I never want to tell you you're wrong, but let's be clear. This isn't free. This is a major investment Miami Realtors makes for all of the members. Okay.
And
So it is
there's
a very expensive product and service. And if they were to pay for it themselves, their out-of-pocket cost would be multiple hundreds of dollars per year. So there are paid upgrades within Agent 3000, but the version that our members get for free as a member benefit, a Miami member benefit, does include all of these features.
Yes, and that's what we wanted to make sure. You see, Liz keeps us in
She
line.
does.
All righty. So how about a floor plan? Everyone always says, oh my, yes, I need a floor plan, I need a floor plan. How many of you continuously use your cell phones? How many of you take videos with your cell phones? How many of you can't live without your cell phone? Here is the person with a cell phone here. You can easily create a wonderful 2D floor plan that you can deliver in 24 hours to your customer. So is this good for a buyer? Is it good for its seller? It's good for everyone because people want to know where the window's located, where's the door opening, how much space I have, square footage. Now, these are all approximates, but you do get this for free. There's a short video. I don't know if you guys want to watch it or not, but I would be interested in sharing it with you, explaining to you additional items that Kubicasa has. But it become very important, especially when we're dealing with customers that aren't here, that maybe are investing and would like another view or look of the property. Or maybe that seller that does not have the current floor plan for the property. You can create this, you can add it to the MLS, you can add it as something additional that you provide to them. And like Liz just said, it's free to you because you're our member, but it is something that the association provides to you. This is an easy download. It's on your phone. All you have to do is log in first to the gateway, click into Kubicasa and create your username and password. Always a key element part, right? And then you log in to your cell phone, download the app, and you're ready to go. One of my favorite things here, and I can say that because I'm the oldest of the three, is that it tells you what to do. So lift your phone, Connie. There's not enough light, Connie. Keep on walking. The system will tell you what to do to get the best possible floor plan. And then it allows you to deliver something amazing. The free version, it does take 24 hours, even though I did it the last couple of days, and it notifies you when it's ready. So when it is ready, you know immediately, and sometimes that is shorter than 24 hours. But providing a floor plan makes you, again, look like the pro, the professional that you are, and you're providing this added value that is so important. So now just a little sneak peek to what they provide. Let me make sure the audio is working correctly to share with you and some additional stuff from Kubicasa.
So I just want to say a couple more things. One, when I've used this, I have gotten my floor plan within 3 hours. Studies have shown that properties with floor plans on them get more views and sell faster when they are listed in the MLS. It's very easy to add these to your listing once you get the floor plan from them. And while they say the measurements are approximate, I'll tell you that I have found in my own home that they are specific enough that I have used them to plan renovations, etc. They identified really odd things like a wood stove or a raised platform. And also, if you have any lost space in a property, right, where there's like maybe a closet and a big open wall, it will show that. And so it's worth looking into. When you have really spread out ranch properties that aren't, kind of that, shotgun style, it can be really confusing to the consumer to figure out what bedroom is where. And that's where floor plans really absolutely shine. So I think this is just really great. And the fact that you can do this at no additional cost, if you want to upgrade and get that full Dow House effect, it's a very reasonable price and again, discounted for our members.
Liz, it has this really great aspect as well. So let's say I went through the property, I scanned it with my phone. Before I order it, I can actually preview the video that I have done. So in previewing that video, you can say, okay, maybe I missed the spot. I know it took me 2 minutes. I can do it again. So I love that feature about the floor plans. And also just thinking about that real estate agent that has a listing appointment. And as I walk in and I'm reviewing the house and I'm talking to the seller, I can be creating this floor plan, which is such a good follow-up tool. So if I don't get to speak to you or we don't close or sign today, I already have another talking point for you tomorrow. And I'm already actually beginning the marketing process of your listing by creating this floor plan.
And we didn't mention it, but we should, when we've used this and you have a property that has more than one story or floor, it's just amazing how it captures all of the detail and how it sets up the floor plan. It puts them separate by floor and then puts all together in one. So you're providing this additional experience and additional product that is so necessary. So to us, it's a must be. They're asking here the question, is there any liability on the realtor's part? On the bottom, the only thing I know, maybe Liz knows more, on the bottom of this, it does say approximate. And I wish the picture was a little bigger. And it does say that it's not meant to be used like for tax purposes or for square footage.
You can also choose
right. So very, very famously,
Okay.
what there was a case from some architects against these floor plan companies and realtors for using floor plans because the architects felt that the plans for their properties were intellectual property that were copyrightable. Now, if your name is Frank Lloyd Wright and you built Falling Water, I would agree with you. If you built a raised ranch in 1955 and there's 2,000 of them within one subdivision, I would disagree with you. And the courts agreed with that. So basically, unless your property is very, 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 very special and you have a well-known architect who's done it, using these is perfectly safe for you to do. And we held off licensing Cubicasa for the members until that case was settled and we felt that this was safe to do. I famously got in a fight with the CEO of this company during a pitch battle on stage where I told him that this was a problem. But we've since made up and broken bread together and life is good.
Nice. And just a little tidbit of info. I love the insight too. That floor plan, the 3D one that you see up top is actually us teaching in class. And that was Christie's doing our conference area and showcasing how quickly and easy you can do this. So look how amazing it looks. Of course, it's not the entire floor, but there you get an idea of what you could get for those of you that visited us.
There's the lab.
Our lab. All righty. So next up for me is Infinity. We cannot say enough about this. And I'm sure Liz is probably happy about that. But how exciting it is to have AI and a way that you can meet with the listing agent or the buyer agent to enhance the experience of the customer. So if you're a listing agent, there's absolutely no reason for you not to click in here and automatically claim your listings and start to be able to either embed or share from here a link for you to be able to showcase the properties that you already have on the MLS in a completely different view. The last slide will show us a little bit about what it does, but I want to hear from us teaching it in class what we've heard from others and how we think you could use this even more than just having this link available. So I know, Christy, Tyson, you guys wanted to add something onto this Infinity part.
What I love about it is if a buyer's agent wants to talk directly with their customer, they can just send a direct link. They can jump live, video conference, and go over all of the amazing features of that property and interact with that AI in multiple languages.
There you go.
I love the idea of being in a listing presentation and being able to say that I will be marketing your property, assigning an AI assistant to it, so that whenever I post it onto my buyer tour, maybe on the MLS, or I post it onto my social media, anybody interested in asking questions, for example, where can I walk my dog? The AI assistant will let that person know all of the different parks that are dog friendly, how close they are to the property. And we are so used to talking to AI now that it's a modern way that I can market. It's a modern way that I can talk to my customer and highlight myself as one of the aspects that I can do. And we really love it for a virtual open house.
Yep.
So agents have already gone ahead and scheduled these virtual open houses, and then they label it as virtual open house with an AI assistant, which beats out the regular like little tour or the slideshow because they can ask questions.
The best part is it's unbranded, meaning you can't add that to the open house specifically in the listing. So it is good to go.
What I really loved about this too is that it was intuitive with a mobile device. So if you sent the link through WhatsApp or you texted it to your customer for this, if whether you're working with a buyer or you're showcasing to them, listen how I'm featuring your property for sale as your listing agent, they can use it directly on their cell phone. And I don't know about you, but I think I do just about everything on my cell phone. And if I don't, like this presentation, it's because I need it a little bigger for my eyes. But the fact that the customer can interact with it, whether they're the listing or their buyer or the person interested, and be able to use it on their mobile device was a plus. Here it tells you it increases the engagement. It leads to additional leads. And of course, it works whether you're a buyer or a listing agent to generate follow-up and more opportunity. Christy mentioned the dog park. I'm always looking for where's the best place to get like a hot soup, or what do I eat around here, or where is, I don't know, the cleaners. And you can interact with this and discuss it. You can talk to it if you want to, or you can write it up. And we've tested it in different languages and it works. So to us, it's a win-win-win. And I think we've added it to every class that we possibly can. So we think that if we like it that much, we hope you do too.
Hi,
now,
can you
here's
take me
what
to
it
the
does.
kitchen?
The chef's kitchen is equipped with top-of-the-line Viking appliances, complemented by custom cabinetry.
What other highlights are there in this home?
The living room is filled with natural light from numerous windows. The dining room flows seamlessly into the living room and kitchen, offering easy access to the deck. Panoramic views allow you to immerse yourself in the beauty of the surroundings.
Awesome, that's great.
So we're hoping that you use it, that you're fall in love with it, and that you make it a part of everything that you do. Infinity.
We had a question about how buyers are able to use it. So these are the buyers that are able to interact with it full in real time. But we've also had uses for the agents that don't have a listing. So if I have a listing, I know I can jump in and I can market my property. I can also train the AI to let it know what I'd like for it to say. But let's say I'm the buyer agent, we can create a portfolio for buyers and we can share that information with the buyer. So for example, as Tyson was saying, we're able to kind of go through that property. For example, let's say we hadn't signed a buyer agreement yet.
So might that up here, of course, we have it highlighted on the listing agent side, but the first thing that you do once you click into Infinity is click buyer agent. It's going to ask you to put or name what it's for, who it's for. So you could say the Smith family, and then you can start searching and add properties and then send them the tour from the buyer agent side. And the one thing that floored me that I thought was amazing, I think I taught it Monday morning, and then I taught it again on Tuesday, or it was something like that, was I, of course, created a buyer agent and I was teaching it and sent the link through Zoom. And then that afternoon, I obviously knew it automatically texts you to tell you, hey, so and so. So you have to name it so that you know who it's for. So and so from the Smith family is going into their tour, is looking at the property. Imagine the follow-up with a buyer, you knowing when they're clicking, because it's texting you, being able to pick up the phone and say, hey, are you interested? Do you want to set up a showing? Did you like the property that you saw? Um, so I thought that was amazing, and it automatically texts you to tell you what's going on. So
And they can jump in together. The
Mhm.
buyer can jump in with the buyer agent inside of Infinity and talk it through.
And remember, you guys have access to requesting office visits from us. I didn't want to
Yeah.
say that. Or we could Zoom and give you more like a hands-on and show you how it is that we do it. But we'd be more than happy to show you how you can showcase this. We teach it in our AI for Realtors, and we just created a class today on, I've got a listing, what do I do now with Miami products and services? And we're hoping to feature it in August. So if you want to hear us first, we'd love to share with you.
And another thing to mention real
Yeah,
quick.
and any
Oh.
buyer who sees your Infinity tour, if you happen to share it on Facebook or on Instagram, any buyer who comes in and starts asking it questions, it will pull that buyer's conversation in there, and you'll have their information to reach out to them as well. Sorry, Tyson, go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. The other thing to mention on that previous slide is we have a section on the left. If you have multiple customers, right, you're wanting to make sure you keep tabs on all the different portfolios you've sent them. There's a little My Buyer portfolios. That way you can see all of your different buyers, all of the different AI that you've sent them.
It's right here in this area here, since that was the question. All righty. Of course, you can see that we could probably talk for like 3 hours.
We are fans of Infinity.
Yeah, we're sold. The last item I get to talk to you about is homeowner AI. And this is something that's been out there, but I'm sure that Liz will add something toward the end. Agents can add long-term value and connections to their customers. This can help you boost referrals, build your brand, but more importantly, stay connected. How many times we could use a little help with that connectivity with our customers that may have just purchased, etc. And they can use this homeowner AI, right, to access home value, get equity updates and mortgage rates and tax info, see opportunities on building long-term wealth, getting reminders like, change your AC filter, check on the roof, different things and items that they can put in. And then, of course, accessing you and information and getting repair and help when they need it. So I'm not sure if Liz, you want to say something to you guys, anything else on?
Yeah, so CoreLogic is making, or Cotality is making a change to one of their Matrix products. And it's one of our very popular ones called eProperty Watch. So eProperty Watch is not going to be taking any more signups, and they're going to be moving everyone into this homeowner AI. It will actually be called One Homeowner. So if you have homeowner AI already set up and you're using it, we will just, CoreLogic Cotality will convert your account over from the existing version to the new version where it's fully integrated into one home and one homeowner. And so this will absolutely still send to your consumers their property values and all the things that they presently love in the legacy version of eProperty Watch. The other piece I like to highlight in homeowner AI is it comes with a digital vault. So, especially in some place that is disaster prone where people, you never know what could happen to your paper records. Having digital records is so important and a safe place to put them. This gives every consumer their own digital vault. And so it's just one more thing that can be very sticky for you and a place that they can keep coming back to and use when they need to look up those documents. So if they don't have, a Dropbox or a Google Drive, this is something that they can use that's free to them. And there's a free version for you, and then there's a broker branded version for you that's available today.
All right, so now I'm passing it on over. Christy, this is all you.
We have a question from Martha about eProperty Watch, and now that
yes, that is something that is critical. I have told them they absolutely have to convert all the existing EPW notices over to homeowner AI. That may cause a slight delay in us getting those moved over, but we will make sure that that happens.
Okay, let's go ahead and I get to kick it off with Virtual Staging AI. This is one of our favorite products because of how impactful it is and how easy it is to use. So you go into your gateway, you click on Virtual Staging, and you can try your own photo. You can either try your own photo and upload your own, or you can use one of the samples that they have for you, and you get to pick, well, what style would I like? What room would I like? And they are able to virtually stage a property in like 30 seconds. You can pick whether you want it to be luxurious, if you want it to be more modern, and then it's very simple. So our agents have really liked it on how impactful visually it is, because typically you walk into a room and about only 20% of us can see the potential of that room. Everybody else sees maybe there's good lighting in here, but you see 4 walls, the floor, the ceiling. And this allows us to be able to see that full potential. I'm guilty of being part of that 80%. I need furniture in there to be able to see it. So we do have some great stats on it. It increases buyer interest by 83%. It will increase or make your sales faster by 73%. You'll get higher offers by 25%. And wouldn't this be a great way to refresh inventory that you already have? So you can come in and update those listings. Great for a listing presentation. Do you guys want to add anything?
Oh, it's just so easy to use.
That's what it is. It's so easy to use.
So to me, that's a key element that you guys can just click, add your photos and get what you need and go.
Someone asked in the chat if it could do commercial properties, but it can only do 6 room types. So it's going to be for home.
Okay, there you go.
We also have, if you want to kind of raise the bar on virtual staging, we have another program called AI Home Design, and this is going to give you a plethora of options. So you do get the virtual staging, which we did mention is great for a listing presentation. I would say it's also good for a buyer too, because as the buyer comes in, you're able to highlight that space for them too, because it happens in 30 seconds on your phone. Even during a tour, you're able to do that for them if you wanted to. So yes, this program will give you that virtual staging we love, but it also includes item removal. So yes, we could ask the seller to declutter the space, but sometimes that can be kind of challenging. You can do it virtually, and it'll take you 30 seconds, and you have a really great photo that you can add into the MLS, and then you get that day to dusk picture. And we have some really good stats on that picture if you want to enhance the outside of the property with that photo.
Do you want me to show the video?
Yeah. We have some additional photos here so that you can see some of that decluttering. So not only will it wipe the room, if you don't want it to wipe the room, you have the option of removing specific items. So they have cleaned up that refrigerator, cleaned up that counter space so that they can highlight the biggest or one of the biggest assets of a property, which is space, which is square feet. Here is another option. This is the before and after with the virtual staging that we've picked the preferred style for it and the preferred room. And then here's that dusk to dawn feature. So they have statistics on dusk to dawn of all of the photos that are available when individuals or these buyers are looking for properties. That dusk to dawn photo, it does generate higher results regarding click-throughs. So it does get more attention online because it's more rare. So this is a great option if you want to stand out amongst all of the other photos that are available.
To me, these are very impactful. You can always say it because most people feel that those dusk to dawn photos, that's how it feels, or that's how it's going to look when you're home. So it also gives an idea of a little bit of uplift or luxury, right? And it's just people associate this lighting to being at the property. So when they're searching, right, they're not just finding a property, they're finding their home.
And a lot of us are not graphic designers, so this definitely helps us automate that process and get photos made quickly.
All righty.
We did add the pricing to the deck, so when we share it, you'll have it available for you. You can test it for free, 6 photos at no cost, and then we have that pro pricing. You can either do it monthly, $47.20, breaks down to 59 cents a photo, 20% off as Miami members, and then you have the yearly option, $23.20 a month for 80 photos, breaks down to 29 cents a photo. Of course, that extra 20%.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the assistant that I think we can all use. She is a virtual assistant. The program is called Sidekick, and we tested it before we presented it to you, and we really liked it. Now, you can upload. So you can upload directly from the MLS. You can add different links. You can use it to create CMAs. It can do presentations for you. It also has the ability to create graphs for you. And then anything that you create inside of the system will be available for you to save. So you can keep that thread going. We do have some examples about Sidekick as well. So this assistant that we do not have to train specifically to know about what we should do with our business regarding real estate. These are some of the prompts that it provided for us. Actually, what I'm showing to you in this prompt now is a negotiation between a buyer agent and a selling agent. And now that our market has changed, we have not been in a buyer market or a balanced market in quite some time. A negotiation is a must now. This AI went ahead and prompted me after I created my CMA what I should say or some ideas of what I should say. Towards the bottom, as I'm working my deal and working my business, the system slides me different ideas and suggestions of what else I can do with that content. So for example, some of the content that we got, aside from scripts, was the ability to create social media campaigns, social media posts, and some of those examples are towards the bottom. Do you guys want to add anything?
The time saving is key, a key element here, and the idea that it tells you what you could be doing next with something you're working on, to me, was just fabulous.
And if you struggle with what to say on social media, you just need that little bit of enhancement, maybe some extra words, it helps with that.
I like that it
And it
pulls
acts as
data.
a full chat. It acts as a full chat GPT wrapper. So anything like, you can ask it to be a real estate coach for you. You can ask it for any of those, and it will process any of those requests as well.
Another thing that I do like about it is also the CMA. Take a look at that. It is beautiful as far as the presentation, and not to mention all of the different comparables that it finds within the MLS. So it is integrated.
And on that same note, I always wonder, like, how exactly do you highlight or present it? So what Christy was doing here on screen was telling it, okay, I have this CMA, this is what I found, and it was able to give you a write-up for you to do the presentation on the CMA. So to me, that was like a win. having it describe how you could say to the customer, this is what we're highlighting and talking about, and have a script already for you. So not enough to say, Sidekick blew us
And
away.
with the Google integration, if you use Google Suite, you can have it email your consumer directly from Sidekick. You can have it add items to your calendar as well, and tasks and reminders.
So talk about being efficient, Sidekick.
I love that it pulls from the MLS with an MLS number.
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We did add the pricing information here. So if you can give it a try, give it a try. The first 30 days are at no cost to you. You can try it for free. It is $21.25 a month, but we do get that 15% discount if we fall in love with Sidekick.
All righty.
RPR. I think we're all using RPR. We love RPR. It's one of those programs that they have updated so much in the last, I would say, 5 years. All of their upgrades have been stellar. One of the new upgrades, if you haven't used the scriptwriter is available. It's been around for a little bit, but we wanted to reintroduce it to you because they have added new audiences. So the scriptwriter is combining the analytics of RPR in our market as well as ChatGPT so that we can use that information to either inform our customers, use it for social media, create a video, or do a presentation. They have added new voices. So depending on the kind of tone that you want, they've added persuasive on there. They've also added motivational as well. And then when it comes to who we're speaking to, our audiences have also increased. Now, the scriptwriter is also different. They not only let you do your market alert or market trend articles, but the brand new option is going to be that client email. So you can use the scriptwriter, click on client email, and it will draft up for you, ready to go, the email for your customer. Also, as of late, it is also available on the mobile app. So these little stars that you see on the bottom corner, that's going to activate the scriptwriter. So if you wanted to share this for social media, it's a lot easier to post and then a lot easier to pull. So if you're an RPR user and you happen to be on vacation, I'm such a nerd. Anytime that I leave Miami, I'm in another area, I open up my RPR and you can look up statistics and you can generate now with the scriptwriter on your phone. You guys want to add anything?
I can't use it enough. So for us, it's just stellar.
One really cool use of the video script for example, Instagram, is you can use apps like Teleprompter, plug in exactly what it says, and it looks like you're not reading off of a script. That's the beautiful part.
And the CapCut, yeah. So if you want to be like one of those influencers that you probably are, you can go ahead and use the scriptwriter here and use that video script and, go out and create great videos. All right.
Take it away, Tyson.
All right. Okay. Up next is Deely. Now, we've had Deely for a couple of years on the commercial side when it comes to LOIs. We've now added residential LOIs directly into the Deely system. What that's going to help you do is set up those preliminary information for your buyer as a part of that LOI directly to your customer. That's going to help reduce risk of misunderstanding by clarifying expectations upfront and help avoid future disagreements. Not to mention, any document that you put in there will be encrypted on the cloud portal. And also, it is for free as a member benefit. That's one of the best parts about it. And you can use the templates that it automatically provides you, or you can go ahead and upload any templates that you have saved on your computer as well. All right.
How cool is that for an agent who maybe is not so familiar with an LOI? They can at least start with a template and review as a template when it comes to that program.
And another really cool thing about it is, again, you're laying all those expectations directly for that buyer, and it's not necessarily a legal document unless it's included within that purchase contract as well. All right, up next is Dash. It is one of our pre-construction platforms that we do have available. What I love about Dash is you do have the ability, whenever you're working directly with your customer, you can send them multiple developments as they're being built, and they can pick and look at not just what's being built, but also the floor plans that are available, pricing, and they're going to be able to engage directly with you in a simple link. That's right. You can actually send them a link of all of the inventory that's being built. They can click on it and then provide you great feedback. It starts as low as $10 and the highest package starts at $60. The $10 does allow you to send pamphlets, specifically marketing material on that property directly to your buyer. At $10, it does have a little bit of a stamp on it. At $60, if you do decide to upgrade, it's not going to include that overlay when you submit that directly to your customer.
Now, there's nothing like new construction, right? So it's really nice that the association offers all of these opportunities to feature and showcase it. And Christy's taking it away, giving you links there for you to be able to click and review what we're providing. Anything else?
The pictures look great and they're easy to access. We do have a class on it. So if you wanted to go through all of the different portals, we do have a new construction portal class, and you could deep dive even further if you want.
All right. Okay. We have another pre-construction service we have in the dashboard. The name of that service is The Ground Up. What I love about the Ground Up system is you can, of course, send new construction as they're happening here in South Florida directly to your customer. But there is agent advantage within that platform, including stats within our local area, including our top developers, top architects, the tallest projects currently being built, and the largest projects going on here in South Florida. Another one of my favorite sections, I'm definitely a pre-construction nerd, is they have news when it comes to future areas of development. They post on a daily basis when it comes to breaking ground here in South Florida.
And there, Liz even added that the Ground Up even has a map. So, if there's a map search, people want to click.
One of my favorite things about the Ground Up goes back to how easy it is to use. So once you click on that icon, top right-hand corner, you log in. And once you log in and you register, it is a website. So clicking through it, viewing property information is very easy to access. They will give you information about the developer. They'll give you information about what has been already completed, and then they'll tell you about the amenities, what has been done already, and then what's pending to be created still.
Another great option is you can put new construction inventory as it's being built on your website. So it does have IDX.
And one of the reasons that people love new construction so much is options. Everything is brand new. And of course, it's just pretty to look at. So options to show your customers.
All right. Okay. Up next is MLS Match. This is one of my personal favorite products that we've launched within the past year. MLS Match is a referral network. What that's going to allow you to do is, for example, if you have a buyer located here in South Florida that is looking to maybe purchase a property outside of our area, maybe New York, California, a different area, you can go ahead and set up your referral terms within that platform. And if there's an agent in that local market that can help that customer, you're going to be able to receive that potential referral. Another reason why I love MLS Match is just in case an agent does not go into the platform and sets up a referral, they may go into the agent directory on the left. What you want to make sure that you do is set up your profile, include all of the different types of properties that you sell, and make sure that you enter all of the different languages that you speak. Why? We had an old service called Proxio. A lot of agents went into that platform, looked up agents by language, and if you do not have that information filled out, you may not show up in searches. Another fantastic thing about MLS Match is you can define your local markets. Once you go into your settings, you can specify, for example, if you're an agent that only works maybe at Ventura, the Pembroke Pines area, you can select the geographic boundary of the areas that you work in.
I like that MLS Touch has the option of being able to directly refer to a specific agent. And you can also just add it to open market and people can kind of bid for it so that they have the opportunity of grabbing that referral.
And that's the other thing. Absolutely. So I would suggest on a daily basis, go into that platform. There is leads there that are posted almost on a daily basis.
In other words, click that icon, right? Go click that tile and make sure that you've updated your profile and have your info there. All right, so the next one, I don't know, Liz, if you want to say something first.
Okay, so here's the good news. We just signed this contract. Yay! So initially, this is only going to be available in MLS Touch. So on the app on your phone to be able to create these social ads for you to post if you want to boost listings and see those show up across all of social media. You are going to be able to do that. We hope to get this enabled within MLS Touch within the next week or so. It will be alive in regular Matrix, but not until we upgrade to 12.6. We want someone else to be the first people to upgrade to that to make sure that they find all the bugs, but we think that we'll have everybody live on that hopefully within the next 6 weeks or so.
So when we first got to showcase this or look at this, I think we were incredibly excited because how many times don't we need help with creating an ad for our listing? And how many of you may have been around in the industry for a while and you may remember where before it was a little easier and now the last couple of years creating an ad has become difficult, or they don't accept your ad, or you don't know if you had too much text or too little. Well, how about having Ad Builder do this for you? No design skills, no ad manager needed, just smart marketing made simple using the pictures you've already got in the MLS. So we have 5 things to talk to you about. And our smart move number 1, be early and stand out. Our research shows that the average days on market can be reduced up to 46% when agents promote a listing with a video ad. And now you're going to have a product that can help you generate this video and an ad that will go through and will work.
I love that you said that an ad that will work and will go through. So Your Miami Trainers, we teach social media, and part of that social media are our ads. And some of our agents come up to us and they tell us, look, my ad doesn't go through, or I was blocked, or I don't have access. And it's because they don't know all of the ins and outs, and they change them so frequently that it's really nice that they can rely on a product to do it for them. Now this, when we found out about this, we were really impressed. This is the ability to create an ad for the full listing life cycle. So at the moment that you get that listing, you can already start promoting it. You can sign it up and you know that it's going to go with you during the process of that listing. So anytime, for example, that you lower that price, anytime that you have an open house, you can keep the momentum of being able to share that property. So you start strong with instant visibility, you drive traffic to that listing, you stay competitive, you keep momentum, and you also are able to automate your success. So if I don't have to go back and look at it, I know it's getting done.
It's perfect.
More likely to keep it going. Here we have what that looks like. So it could be kind of challenging to be able to generate ads that are also including video. And we know that video has a much better watch time. So it does create auto-generated professional video ads. They are made instantly and available for you. They also will help you stand out. They are professional. We don't need any experience to be able to start it. And then again, we are maximizing our impact on social media.
All right, and up next is breaking down the ad builder and how it can definitely help you when you use it. You can definitely differentiate yourself and showcase your expertise. More importantly, you have the ability to have your branding. You can customize it, add your additional information, your logo, and generate your very own leads as well. All right, and this is the best part. It's integrated within the MLS Touch platform. Whenever you go into the bottom right, or if you search directly for your listing, when you access it, on the bottom right corner, you're going to see a little button that's going to allow you to access and launch that ad manager.
So to me, a click and win.
Connie, can we go back to the first page? Because it shows all of the different places that it's going to highlight that listing. So Facebook is on there, Instagram is on there, Google's on there, Bing is on there, and you do it from your app. And automatically it is done for you.
And the best part is it's all integrated within the same platform. So there's not going to be that weird error where you put it under contract. It says it's active on Facebook, right? It's going to update live because it's coming directly from the MLS system.
I just like that they take away from that fuss of you working so hard to get something up there and then it not going through or it not working. So the fact that it'll create for you, you pay, and then it works and it updates according to what the listing is doing, and you know that it's going to be accepted by the social sites. I mean, talk about a no-brainer, a great idea, click, and get what you need. So I think everything we've mentioned today is hopefully to make you more efficient, to make life easier for you, and allow you to work really more time with your customer and rely on these wonderful products and services to make sure that you get done what you need. So we hope you enjoyed our presentation. We are your Miami trainers. And we're here for you. 40+ years of experience, classes in English and Spanish. And you know how to get a hold of us. trainers@miamire.com. We're very proud to have presented. Love this opportunity. I hope it's the first of many, right, Liz?
Absolutely. We're planning on doing this quarterly, adjacent to the priority briefing. So this one was about 2 weeks afterwards. And so we'll probably stay on a similar cadence down the line, just depending on what else is going on around then. We've got 5 minutes left, but we can certainly wrap up shortly. But if anyone who is on here has any questions, we will take any tech tool questions that you may have.
Julie, you're on here. I see you. IMAP is trying to get some work done on their mobile version. I hadn't had a minute to talk to you. I'm glad I see that you're there. Thank you guys for always supporting us.
Of course. Thank you.
Aren't these great that the agents can add these as services that they provide during their presentations? That they do all these things now per listing.
And
yep.
I also want to make sure I mention that our videos are now easily findable on our website. If you go to miamirealtors.com, if you hover your mouse over the section education on the top left, if you scroll down, you're going to see a beautiful little button that says tech training. Click on that. You're going to be able to see all of the new videos as we post them for residential and also for commercial.
Martha, what we're going to do is we'll send a link to this video to Liz, and we'll make sure that Liz gets it to all of you. Okay, so give us a little time to edit, and we'll get it to you as soon as possible.
Yeah. And then Lori, I don't know that we have an actual free list, but I will tell you on the dashboard, anything that is an actual free version has free in the corner. That doesn't mean that nobody pays for it. It just means that you don't pay for it. And lots of these have a free trial or a freemium version as well. Of everything that we looked at today, truly like no additional cost to you. Even Agent 3000, if you want to set up an IDX site or something like that, there's a small cost. But the things that we showed you today all of that was included.
Liz, we would love to share the deck if they want it. It has a lot of the pricing on there. If you guys want us to share, we can.
Of course. We'll send out the deck and the recording to all Miami leaders. So all of you who are here today will also get a link to that.
And also remember, every single product that we offer you guys, it has a landing page. So you can go to miamirealtors.com/DLE, MLS Match, all of the different products that we offer.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Bye.